So what exactly is freestyle cliff jumping? It's the freedom. It's the float. It's the steez. It's about exploring new places and pushing yourself past your comfort zone.
The float. The float, the float, the float. You want to look comfortable, you want to look fluid, you want it to look effortless.
This canyon we're in right now holds a great place in my heart. It's where I like to come and grab my feet, get inverted, and forget about everything.
Years ago, I got a spur of the moment invite to come out to the gorge with a whole bunch of these older cliff jumpers who I really respected and looked up to. They kind of took me under their wing, and it really made me start to consider that this is something I want to take seriously. And every time I come back to this spot, I always get reminded of that life-changing weekend, basically.
Waterfalls upstream from here, downstream from here. It's not easy to get to.
We just started working our way down the river and working our way up in height, way far down in the canyon where like you really don't want to try something sketchy, and so it was definitely a moment of feeling that edge again. Working on something that is a new trick that has like still a feel of unfamiliarity to it. Definitely felt good to play with that edge again and come out on top and be like, cool, like I'm still sharp, like my mental game is still good.
He literally learned that this morning. He was like, I want to try a clock spin today. And then just slowly brought it up over the course of, I don't know, like 5 hours.
We got some monster cliffs here. 100-footers, every height you want pretty much. There's this big 80-footer on the left side. Elijah with a dub half full out. Insane triple. Probably the coolest session I've ever been a part of there.
Wow, there's so much in this section of the river that you can't explore it in one day.
When I first read into what flow state is, I thought, wow, that's exactly what I feel when I jump off a cliff. As cliff jumpers, when we push our limits by trying new tricks off consequential heights, we experience a state of unmatched clarity. a hyperfocus, where no outside factors can distract you. It can be experienced in a number of ways, even outside of extreme sports. Really, anything you fully immerse yourself in. For cliff jumping specifically, there's the whole danger aspect. We're jumping off heights that human bodies just aren't physically meant to be falling from. But we found a way to swim away safely. It starts up here. We all know beforehand that if we don't execute these jumps, it could result in serious injury or death. But to be able to block out those thoughts leading up to the leap of faith and be able to focus and find peace. This is why I believe cliff jumpers experience a pure form of flow state.
When we first met all these kids, they were just completely fired up. Pretty cool to see them like, oh, right on, these kids love cliff jumping, that's sweet. And now they're like the best cliff jumpers in the world. Yeah. 4 years later, we're back here on the Yuba watching these kids throw down.
Just another California day. Out here on the West Coast, we got all these high hopes. Rolling up a new one, purple haze. Floating out the window on Pacific time though. 3 little birds on the radio. All of them worries, gotta let them go. Just another California day.
This spot means a lot to me because I grew up here in little town of Washington.
Ben, Osman, Ben Prusa, and Raja, these are the kids that pretty much got me into all of this.
The real Ben. Ben and Bond.
My friend Ben Thiem taught me a backflip on a trampoline. About a week later, we went to this lake spot that had a 10-foot jump and he pushed me to try it off of it and it was terrifying. That kind of started it all from there.
Just jumping off the little Yuba River spots, and I was the only one with the driver's license. I'd pick them all up and they're just like, Elliot, where are we going today? And they got good so fast. It blows my mind. I couldn't keep up anymore, honestly. I'm just like, all right, I'm just that guy who drives them places. And it took them one summer to just break everybody's brains. Over here we have Goliath, a 64-foot cliff. It's the highest cliff here.
I feel like Goliath is really like a big stepping stone. After jumping it for the first time, it feels like you really made it. In my opinion, it's the best cliff in the Tahoe area.
High as a kite, oh yeah, we'll be alright. California day, out here on the West Coast, we got all these high hopes, rolling up a new one, purple haze, floating out the window on Pacific time though. 3 little birds on the radio, all of them worries, gotta let them go. Just another California day.
I love to push myself and try new tricks and take tricks higher, but it's not just about that, you know? There's a whole other side to cliff jumping, and that's just having fun.
However you want to put your own style to it, there's no right or wrong way to flip through the air. Yes! You know, obviously land on your feet. Or don't, actually, because dudzing's pretty freaking sweet, too.
I got enough time in the air to make mistakes and correct them on the way down, so.
Just another California day, out here on the West Coast, we got all these high hopes, rolling up a new one, purple haze.
That was a little scarier than I thought it was gonna be, actually.
Pacific time though, 3 little birds.
Big dub lays, I think, feel the absolute best.
It's like one of the sickest tricks ever.
It feels so good.
It's always been like underrated in my mind, and then every time you do them, you're like, fuck, that was sick.
You don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing.
Obviously.
Well, yeah, obviously, but...
No, it's an inspiration for me, and I would love to still be able to do what he does at his age.
You tell me I inspire you, but it's in reality, it's the other way. You keep me young, coming out with guys like this and doing this stuff.
When you guys get to go out and send with your dads. Yeah.
My son.
My dad, rad dad. Never stop sending it.
No, never stop playing.
You know, when you've been jumping for so long, you go through ebbs and flows with it. Sometimes you're into it, sometimes you're not.
This was happening to a lot of us. Our original cliff jumping crew, who all would live to make every cliff jumping trip happen, no matter how broke we were. we were all starting to slow down, collectively easing off the gas pedal, and these trips just aren't happening as often as they used to. Next thing I knew, I'm taking a year-long break from cliff jumping. A lot of us started picking up new hobbies. Enter these young cliff jumpers.
All right. Watching the younger generation be so stoked like I used to be has sparked a new flame for me, made me want to get back into cliff jumping.
The next generation is gearing up to face it. And we have to show them how.
And here they are throwing quads and shit. We're just happy to explore new zones.
Then I start seeing they're going to places I haven't even seen before. Just when I think we've explored all of our local zones, they're finding new places.
Part of what I really love about cliff jumping is the whole exploration side about it, pushing out into the places that not very many people really get to go to.
When I was in high school, I would just go on my computer in the middle of class. I'd be scrolling Google Maps, trying to find new spots.
They're finding new places, they're taking it all to the next level. That's what it's all about.
People have been around for a long time exploring canyons, but in the way we look at river canyons, it's a little different. This has been at the top of the list for me, but there's no trail. All this shale rock is all loose. It's 4.5 miles of just straight down a canyon.
Dirt maxing right now.
But we love it. We're hungry for it. Devil's Gate is quite possibly mine and my buddy Raj's greatest Google Maps find.
Me and Elliot have been looking at this spot on Google Maps for probably about 3 full years. It was even better than we expected. Any perfect takeoff from 60 feet up to 150 feet, higher than any of us even wanted to jump.
Obviously, it's had this name before. People kayak this place, but it is lost in the Sierras. You know, this isn't a national park. You can't just look this shit up.
That was terrifying.
It's absolutely perfect. It's one of those places that I've always just wondered.
I think the 125 goes. I want to hit it, yeah.
You're definitely gonna have time to brace for that impact. To really load up and just like,
Having Elliot on top of the cliff helped a lot. Just like bring my confidence up. He just has a really calm, comfortable demeanor to him.
Throw that rocket where you think you're gonna land.
Threw a couple rocks.
This is that level of danger. You need to know you're landing on your feet, which I know you can. You're one of the most skilled dudes out there, seriously. Look how inviting this pool is, bro.
All right.
We got Vaughn in there. They got your back.
It is such a high cliff jump.
Ready?
Love you, buddy.
Airtime was crazy. It felt like I was just falling forever. Definitely got the biggest enema I've ever had.
Your asshole okay?
Yeah.
Devil's Gate was an amazing find. There's more out there. In that same exact river, upstream, downstream, the next canyon over. We're in the heart of it.
Jody's 130-foot jump raises the question, just how high can somebody jump and still be okay? Lasso Schauler's 192-foot jump officially claims a world record. However, he needed a little help getting out, proving a little controversial. Dana Coons threw a triple gainer, 20 feet lower, but he threw 3 flips. And then we have a wild card.
A 17-year-old high school student takes a leap from the Golden Gate Bridge and survives.
I did it for fun. The words of a 17-year-old after he survived a jump from the Golden Gate Bridge today.
How high was the bridge where I jumped off? 223 feet. As we were walking across, I was looking at it. I think I could jump this. I looked at my friend. I was like, hey, you daring me to jump? And he was like, no, what are you talking about? Climbed over the rail. People were freaking out, trying to grab me. Gave him a little thumbs up and yeeted off into the void.
I looked up and I seen the kid rolling the windows up on his way down. I closed my eyes. I didn't want to see him hit the water.
The impact kind of felt like getting hit by a truck. It's like an explosion. And then a surfer comes up and he's like, what the heck? Could have killed someone. All kinds of expletives.
Yeah, he landed about 20 feet away from a friend of mine. And my friend was pretty mad.
He was in okay condition.
And he was swimming on his own?
Yeah, he was swimming on his own.
To be clear, you had every intention to swim away, is that true?
Oh yeah, I was gonna jump. I was gonna swim to shore. My friend was gonna bring me my jacket and we were gonna continue on with the field trip. Nothing hurt really at all. It was just really, really cold. Do I recommend jumping the Golden Gate Bridge? No.
So how high can a cliff jumper go? There is no definitive answer, but there are ways you can train to withstand those heavy impacts. And for a lot of the guys, it begins here.
I do a lot of training at Woodward, trampolines, all those exercises I think gets your legs ready to take these impacts. Your tendons really strengthen and adapt. It's really cool. I feel like I've noticed a huge change in my strength just this year overall.
The community used to be so small that if you were flipping over 50 feet, we knew you. We followed you on social media, and it was pretty tight-knit. I could probably just count the amount of people on two hands. And now, it's hard to keep track of the talent. Communities all over the US, Canada, Europe, Australia, Asia, and probably places we don't even know of. These guys are taking it to the next level everywhere.
Solo existen los vídeos antiguos de Nick Rolter, que es con lo que me he inspirado. Ahora tenemos que hacer nosotros el nuestro.
Everybody's building off of what was done, and then somebody else sees that.
Cliff jumping's been around for hundreds of years, but I feel just within the last 5 years, the cliff jumping community has truly exploded. I start finding out a lot of these guys got into cliff jumping from the first Flow State.
The first Flow State movie changed the game for me. That's really what did it for all of my friends, really. We just watched Flow State. We've done this so many times. You could jump waterfalls and land in the waterfall, like, what?
Some of my old videos kickstarted what was in them all along to get into this. Now it's kickstarting me to get back into it after taking a break. It's become full circle.
I was super into like G-tramp flipping until I came across cliff jumping for the first time, probably on Coulter's video actually. Watching that kind of made me realize that there's something more special to be done with flips involving nature and going outside, which is another thing that I've loved my whole life.
I'm tired from over there. I gotta do that again, man.
My favorite trick is a backflip. Floaty single back.
At the waterfalls with my best boys, gonna do some flips. Oh, this is slippery. Once we're past this part, we're chilling. I was a little fucking sketch. Jesus Christ. Dude, it's fucking flowing in there. Holy shit, yeah it is. Dude, we're just making sure we can get to the takeoff. I mean, there's a shelf under here that you can usually see. So I know we could stand there, but it's just a couple feet under right now for sure. It's so slippery to grab onto. I just see myself like being on the rock, thinking you're chill, and then not even be able to climb up.
It's a pretty swift current, so it'd be a little sketchy to get to the takeoff.
You go past that right side of the water, you can just get sucked.
Yeah, that's game over.
It's just a little too sketchy to get to the exit point before the jump.
The water was just flowing way harder than normal into it. Just barely too much.
And it's like, be safe though.
We're like, fuck it, let's come back another day.
Live to jump another day.
Back in 2016, Nick and I came here. We brought ropes and rappelled down 90 feet overhanging to get to the top, and we found out that it was actually jumpable. To our knowledge, that was the first cliff jumping session that this waterfall has ever seen. And I think a lot of these young guys, they watched our videos back in 2016, and I mean, look at it now. Look at where the community's come. For this waterfall in particular, we have over 100 people here today wanting to jump it.
We walked down there and it was the first time I saw the falls, and I just looked at it and I was like, I need to jump that.
You just used a little sketchy rope or rappelled a 100-footer.
I don't like any of these takeoffs. The head. That's what freestyle cliff jumping is, huh?
It's a sketchy takeoff. It's slippery up there. There's no room for error.
Need my feet to dry.
Slick.
Ready, slick. One. Get it, baby. Be good. Be good.
We're doing all these really scary jumps and flipping. It's nice to just take a couple days and just hit some straight jumps and have fun.
See you down there, Faye.
I think what I'm probably known for is the Bio 10. I kind of spiral out like this, like a corkscrew, and then I just open up and lay it out. And then I just get to float the rest of the way around. And it's definitely my favorite trick to do. To me, it's the essence of freestyle cliff jumping.
Fuck out of that. There was like that moment floating mid-air where I was like, oh fuck, he's sideways, I'm running now.
Good shit, dude.
I'm awake
Looks really good, but I don't know if I got it today just because of my knee. So, see, I really want to jump, but
I love doing this so much, but it hurts sometimes. And I realize that I'm not the young guy that I once was anymore. I'm almost 40, not that that's old, but I have these little injuries now and I am scared of making them worse. So I have to really pick and choose my battles. And yesterday at Coosa, I saw another log that was kind of covered in some dead bushes. That's where I'm gonna jump from.
Log's a little sketch. Looks like it's about to come off with you. How you feeling about the log?
We'll see. Do one off the main takeoff first, and then we'll come back and scope this.
I'm just getting like old memories back.
I was getting all these flashbacks of standing on the log, just laughing, and you know, some of these people aren't here anymore, and it was cool. It brought back memories that I didn't know we're gonna come back. But I boned out that grab and I landed. I came up and it was so sick. I can't believe I'm emotional about like jumping off of something, you know? It's like,
standing on that little log and balancing it, which by the way, I almost fell off. Time just felt like it was going into slow motion, and it was the most wild feeling in the whole world. I kind of forgot I was even falling down, just hanging upside down, staring at the water.
I can still hear him laughing and like just being so stoked. So it's not negative at all. It's like, it's so happy that it makes me upset. So I miss my brother.
Go send it.
I'm terrified.
I got my sandy hat, we ready.
People were inspired by him and I still am. I strive to be a better person because of him, and oh hell yeah. And dude, Zach's knees were always fucked up from skiing, and he would still like find the strength to jump off some stuff, and maybe that was part of my inspiration yesterday too. So I know he was jumping off cliffs with us, and we sent the shit out of that log that day.
That was so dope. My boy Scott.
Yeah, Zachel, it's for you, dog.
Here's Zachel. Woo. Oh, I almost fell off.
One of my biggest inspirations to this sport is Zach Steele. I love grabbing my feet, getting off axis. It just feels right in the air.
Gotta come drip to the cliff edge, just for real.
Just like a lot of other people, you know, I watched the first Flow State movie. Wow, like, I live close to this stuff. All the YouTube videos I've seen, they gave me the spark that really set me on this journey to go and jump.
I've gotten to see the evolution of like skier style tricks. Elliot, Nico, Silas, they all just have it, dude. It just makes me smile when I watch it because I know how much fun they're having.
There's so many good jumpers these days that are throwing off-axis tricks. And if you follow all the branches of the tree of stees down to the trunk, it leads to one person.
I'm Zach Steele, and I love sending it.
The Dub 10s, the Dub Misties, he just got the grab in such a different way. It just kind of made an impression on me.
We've gotten to the point where the cliff jumping community is so massive that it becomes unsafe if everybody gathers in one place at one time. In a bigger crew, not everybody is aware of what person is doing exactly.
Once cliff jumping events get to a certain size, you get this kind of like group mentality where you think that there's safety in numbers, so everybody just assumes safety is taken care of. And it's not always taken care of. You gotta communicate it. You can't just assume that somebody is gonna be down there and somebody's gonna take care of you if you flop.
You're supposed to jump and celebrate with your homies and then go and set safety for the next people jumping. There were people up top that were jumping in and just swam across right away and were not in a good position to be safety.
I dive in immediately and I try to go find him.
Oh, fuck. Yo, swim down! Swim down! Down!
For a moment, I just had this horrible realization of like, oh my God, like he's not coming up. He's practically invisible in that pool. You know, I'm glad it didn't turn out worse.
We just had a really bad flop at this spot today, and unfortunately we only had one person for safety in the water, and it's kind of stirring up some emotions from everybody.
I have no idea, like, I guess, what hit me that hard.
Face, chest. I always try to tell people to put your arms here before you land, because that will always protect your face.
Right.
Always. Even if it comes short and you're here, that's gonna hit first. Okay. But if you're always like this, nothing's covering your chest and chin and neck,
right.
face. It's coming back to me slowly. I remember getting sunk so fucking deep that I was having trouble like kicking myself to the top.
If you jump in and you land in not a great way, the cold water is not the only thing that you need the wetsuit for. It provides enough buoyancy where you can float back up to the surface. He had a shorty wetsuit on, it was 2 millimeters, and even that, he didn't float up right away after he got knocked out at Coosa, but he did eventually resurface. Take that extra step to wear bright colors over your wetsuit. If you get knocked out and you're underwater and somebody is actively diving down to try and see where you're at, they will be able to see your bright colors, but a black wetsuit is almost impossible to see underwater.
This whole journey started back in 2017. Me and Nick were at work and he shows me a picture of this waterfall. He's like, I think this waterfall's jumpable. We should check it out sometime. And I was like, let's go this weekend. Drove from Lake Tahoe all the way up here to Abiqua. Drove pretty much all the way through the night, got a couple hours of sleep and woke up in the morning. You know, the rest is history.
I think I was about 13 when my uncle sent me a link to Flow State. I can specifically remember one part in the movie when Robert Wall did a triple hope off Abiqua. I didn't even comprehend at the time that you could do a front flip and a back flip in the same cliff jump. It didn't make any sense to me. And then to watch him do it off a 100-foot waterfall. Damn! It inspired me so much. Ever since that day, it was a dream of mine to jump waterfalls.
Abiqua Falls has sort of become a must jump in the cliff jumping community. And I say sort of because jumping over 100 feet is definitely not meant for everyone. But the ones that want to take it to the next level, this waterfall is a dream.
Everybody wants to jump Abiqua because it is like the benchmark 100-footer. If you're gonna hit triple digits, you go to Abiqua and you hit triple digits.
We're back, dude. This is my favorite waterfall. We all love this place.
Welcome to the Coliseum of cliff jumping. We have an immense amount of talent out here today, and I just can't wait to see what happens. It's insane to see what some kids threw yesterday at Coosa Falls, and today I think it's gonna get even more rowdy.
I'm planning on setting my biggest straight jump. I'm gonna hit the trip side stall, tuck 2 side flips really quick, pause out, spot the landing, jump half, back out, be my highest triple hope off this piece.
I really want to hit a double A off of it. Nick is also planning to hit a double A, so I think we're gonna run it together.
I'm planning on trip hoping this guy, 100 feet. Never done 100 feet before.
Floaty Sukahara, front flip 180 into a huge back flip.
I'm gonna do a front flip.
Dub half, full out, so it's like the triple hope, but with a full instead of a back flip.
I think I'm gonna do either a souk or a dub half.
Dub half, one or the other.
I'm gonna be doing a triple gainer, tuck, leg. Well, the plan is go up there, send a wildcat.
He's gonna jump completely across that waterfall. And then stomp it. Because that's what Scott does.
Vaughn's taking one for the team and he's depth checking for it. I gave him my dry towel.
There you go, give it a depth check.
It looks a little foggy in there. It is. Thank you, Vaughn.
It does get shallower if you go to flat water.
Okay.
So like, be mindful of that.
Hour and a half.
Oh, dude, that looks so good.
Yeah, the flow is perfect, dude.
Oh, fuck.
Or I think actually this is where I went from last time.
This Abiqua session is gonna be nuts.
Excited to watch the next person jump. It's like, oh, he's going now. All of a sudden it's your turn and you're like, oh shit, I gotta jump. be here now and travel with the people that I looked up to as a kid is so cool. I mean, this year I literally jumped Abiqua with Robert Wall. I added my own little twist and I added a full at the last flip. You dip under your shoulder and you look at the water the whole time. It's such a fluid motion and it feels so good. The triple hope full. It's the most amazing cliff jump that I've ever done.
As Elliot, my favorite day on planet Earth. Very happy.
Look at that shit, dude. We just fucking jumped off that, bro.
100 feet is huge. Humans aren't really meant to do that. I mean, that's the crazy part of it. So being over there with your friends, just being like, we're alive, we're hugging, it's all love, really. I hope that carries on forever. I hope we can inspire people to jump off this. It doesn't even feel like a cliff jump. This is like beyond that experience. It is so special.
We're on our way to Abiqua right now. Really putting the rig to the test. The road down here is really gnarly.
Sleeping on Paul, because where the fuck did that come from?
The craziest triples I've ever seen with such different variations of spins and flips.
Let's go! The best possible feeling to stomp a trick and be at the bottom of a waterfall with your boys and you're on top of the world.
They all do it with such confidence. They're completely out of their minds in the best of ways. It's inspiring to me. I can't even imagine what the next generation of kids that these guys are going to inspire are going to be like.
How do you feel seeing it from the top? It's high. But I got it. Don't I? My first thought when I looked over the edge was, oh, this is high. Abiqua Falls is 102 feet tall, and I've never jumped that high before. I'm from Norway, which is far away from here.
What is depth diving? I'll tell you what the spirit of a depth dive is first. Does this person look like they're more afraid of the water or the water is more afraid of them?
Suies, duds, depth diving, whatever you want to call it. It's when you use your air time to hit the water as hard as you can.
From competing in martial arts to the army and throughout my life, I always look for things that make me really scared.
You can see that we're like closing our hands and feet together. It's more impact than landing feet first because you have a bigger surface area. But what you're doing is that you're protecting the most important part of your body. You're breaking the water surface with your hands and your legs.
Death diving from an outsider's perspective probably looks like the most reckless thing you can do. I don't think people understand how it doesn't hurt, but there is technique to it and there is a way to do it where if you punch the water on impact, you hit it just right, it's all good. You're gonna be okay.
2022 in Austin, Texas, and that was the moment that this epic crossover, just this like overseas collide happened between us and Norway, making this transatlantic connection with the cliff diving community all the way on the other side of the world.
Death diving is actually way bigger than normal cliff jumping or diving in Norway.
It's always been popular in Norway, but it's now reaching all over the world.
It really is about the attitude that you put into it. It's not just a movement that you do. Do you put this flavor of fearlessness into it where you're just like, I don't even care if I get smacked, I'm hitting the water harder. Hitting and then coming back up as quickly as possible so that I can be under the splash. As you come up, you're just like, yeah! I just love that it has kind of that like WWE element to it where you're trying to smack down on the water in like the most creative ways possible.
We were talking the last couple days about how she's thinking about it, but she has to see the takeoff.
They don't want to go look at it?
And then we walked to the side where she was going to take off. And I remember her turning around, looking at me, her face changed, and she just said,
I got it.
So I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump this. There's no question. I'm going.
She made up her mind, and then she got completely terrified because then she knew she has to do it.
I might be terrified, it might be high, but I'm not gonna go back down.
Have you seen that blackbird coming down?
I was really scared, pretty far in my own head, but I knew I had it. This is within reach for me. If I want to, I can jump off this cliff and I would still be fine. But I was thinking, this is high. This is really high, it's far down. It's not just jumping off. It really takes a lot of you and oh my God, I'm such a mess. It's not that easy. I know myself well enough that I'm not gonna walk out of here, no matter how much it's gonna take of me to do this. You have all day.
And like the lightning, it's only thunder.
Being able to do it is like physically, of course you need that, but that is the easy part. The hard part is definitely the mental part. Your own mind is the only thing that can get you off that cliff.
It's 102 feet of just
hearing everyone scream at the bottom, I think, and I was screaming, that was insane. She flew for so long.
She did it like it was just a walk in the park.
The reason I keep doing it and that I really love it is the feeling you have after you've done something that you were really scared of. Because you kind of prove to yourself that you are stronger than that feeling and you can do anything if you just believe in it and you set your mind to it.
How are you alive? You just like pain, huh? How did you look over that ledge and say, yeah, good?
How did it feel? On impact, it was totally fine. Now, my wrist hurts a little bit now, but other than that, I'm totally fine.
So insane.
I remember meeting Asbjørg, and I had a certain idea in my head of what is possible for me or for women in general, and seeing her do more than I ever thought made me realize that I can also do more.
Go higher? She said I want to go higher.
John Fay is one of my favorite jumpers to watch. He does a lot of the ski style tricks, looks super floaty and beautiful when he does them.
I wanted to take all of my skiing background and just put it off the cliff, still working my own style into the sport.
I love the way that Fay does his bios, and I was always trying to copy that style, but for some reason for me, the single bios are much harder than like a double or even triples. The triple is really scary though.
Nico is so special because he can do both. He has a technical diving background and all of the self-taught skiing tricks. A lot of inspiration of those off-axis tricks comes from John Fay, Zach Steele.
Silas is someone I've been jumping with for quite a long time now, and it's cool to see his progression with certain tricks. I love the back folowed.
Get a free animal.
We all first saw Metlaco in flow state, this sick waterfall in this like untouchable gorge. It just looked like such a magical place.
Now we measured it, and I know how big it is. 82 feet is not small. You can go all the way up to 90, and we're just gonna go send this shit and boost cruise out.
After that session went down, there were a bunch of fires and the whole area got closed off for a long time. Nobody could go there.
We're gonna make our way downstream and check out Metlaco. No one's seen it from the top in about 4 years. After watching the first flow state, it's been my goal for a long time to jump the higher part of Metlaco Falls. I realized halfway climbing to the point that it's just totally loose rocks. Like if I took one wrong step, I was just gonna like slide off 110 foot, and I have no idea if it's deep in that point because I couldn't see over the edge yet. I said to myself, there's no way I'm coming back down, because if I come back down, I'm gonna slip and fall and die. I should have just jumped. Fuck off. It's coming off. Fuck this thing. Fuck it.
Owen, would it be really hard to come towards me horizontally?
No, once I get down this rock. Where's the fucking Red Bull riggers when you need him? Wow. On to the next problem. Well, at least I know I'm not going to die at this point. Up there I was not so sure. So stupid, guys. Kids watching Flow State 2, don't do this. If it was for not Cheyenne, I think I would have been stuck up there until a helicopter came and get me, or I fell off and died. Moral of the story is, be safe. It's not just the cliff that is dangerous. Climbing is also really dangerous if you don't take care. 3, 2, 1.
I remember seeing a video of Nick Coulter doing his double A at the very end of it, and I was like, okay, that's where I want to go from. This is the drop that I've wanted to hit ever since I started, so I'm really excited.
There was a lot of talk about how bad the takeoff was.
The takeoff is like super downslope, like it kind of just rolls off. When you look off the waterfall, you have to hold on to the rope to get yourself all the way down there to take a peek over.
And like holding the rope kind of sucks, like if you're gonna do a backwards trick. From my perspective, there's not really a gap, but I think just the talk about a gap and the talk about the takeoff, oh, this is a big deal, especially with a long swim out. You want to be super confident in your trick. You can't mess up.
It was a serious stress party up there. We were all tweaking pretty hard.
The vibes were like rightfully nervous at the top.
Like where I would be landing, it's like fully dark down there now. And like I could straight jump it, but I really, really want to flip this thing and I want to be able to spot it right.
It was definitely stressful to be standing up there thinking like, oh, I've got to lace this trick. Like I really have to be able to make it out of the canyon.
You need to set up a rappel to get someone down there to depth check and set safety for the jumpers.
Down there.
Yes, sir.
Water's cold, but Zach still didn't wear a wetsuit, so neither mind.
I just remember holding onto the rope and knowing it was going to be a crazy floaty ride down.
Feeling of pushing out on the first one and just seeing the waterfall the whole time, coming around for the second and I'm spotting like the wall and then back, just so amazing. And I landed right in the froth.
I just want to get off this thing, man, fuck.
It's like night and day being on the lip of the waterfall than being down below. On the lip, you're just completely terrified, going through it in your head. And then once you get down to the bottom, it's like heaven on earth.
We're looking at the waterfall and we're looking at like, you know, say a 60, 70, 80 foot jump. And Jeremy's looking 20 to 30 feet higher than where we're looking. And he's like, oh, it's good, it goes.
So I'm Jeremy Nicolas. I say French way or English way my name?
Abiqua was just a crazy experience in general. It's been on my mind for years, actually. I had built it up in my mind as such an awesome jump and something that I have to go and do. So to go and do that was really special, and we all laced our tricks and it went perfect.
When I really started cliff jumping, I moved to Vermont. These quarries just have any height you want. Like, it's perfect for leveling up, getting good at cliff jumping, doing like off-axis stuff. And to be honest, I didn't really think it was cool. I thought it was kind of lame. All of a sudden, this edit drop. I count 6 shots.
Busting out the bando.
In this edit, I saw Zach Steele do the absolute sickest dub 10 I've ever seen. When I saw that, I was like, no, skier tricks are cool. I can keep doing this.
The grotto is probably the first cliff that I ever saw on YouTube. The Coulter video, him straight jumping it. That is just kind of the video that started it all for me and really got me into the sport.
The most monumental moment for me, I walk up, I see just a crowd of people, and then all of a sudden I see Zach Steele do gainer dub 10 off of the slab. At that point I was like, whoa, I'm hanging out with some of the people really pushing the sport. That was a trip that really changed my life because I met so many people. Honestly, I've never looked back. Flash forward 8 years, I'm with some of my West Coast friends. I was like, dude, it's so weird that I'm here with you guys. The younger generation, they're with me jumping these cliffs that I grew up on.
Director for the corporation. You all need to go now.
Okay, we'll leave.
From Kevin Spalding regarding individuals cliff jumping from the quarries again. Please respond.
Copy that. En route to the location now. ETA 5 minutes.
Bad boys, what you gonna do?
And we'll wait for you to leave. I get it. But you guys also need to know people have died up here. Bodies have been disposed here, and there's a lot of hidden underwater stuff here, like old equipment and stuff that's here from the 1900s. So, okay.
We could bushwhack up to here, but this is a giant retaining wall, so you'd have to come around here and go up, and you can see active shit going on. So if we come this way, you just have to like scroll through the woods and then cut across. There used to be a camera right there on a pole. I don't know if there still is.
Go to he'd be the guy to know. He knows all.
At this point. Yeah.
We're gonna steal the grotto.
The hard part is done. Hopefully no one saw us just now. Now we're gonna give a quiet 5 when we jump. Give me a 5! Make sure we're all ready for the 80. And once you get the 80, be ready for the 112 after that. But they have to be back to back. I know that's not really ideal, but yeah. We can take our time to jump the 80. But once we hit the 80,
depending on how the impact on the 100 wave goes, I'm planning to jump again. So maybe I do 2 jumps.
if you're in the water, it's going to be a bigger risk to get a ticket.
If you're wet walking outside of the water, is that an issue?
I was going to say, get dry clothes right when you get out.
All right.
We're gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
There's an active quarry right behind us, so we're trying to be really quiet and mellow.
Making a bunch of noise, you're gonna get us kicked out, man.
It would have been cool to be able to fully vibe out and not have to be quiet for cops, but the quiet vibe was sort of necessary.
She ripped it. Let's go.
Nico is obviously eyeing up the 112. It's a legendary cliff at this point, and he really wants to hit it. He goes up to the 80-footer. He's like, I'm gonna do a dub laner, so a double gainer laid out.
The double gainer was a trick that I had done a lot off of bigger heights. I hadn't done it in a while though, so I had to go and do it on the 80-footer first and know that I can still do the trick and be confident about it. Once I did that, I sort of realized that if I want to do the 112, I just kind of have to go for it.
He does it perfectly, swims out, and then all of a sudden, I just see him on top of the 112.
The longer I spend standing up there thinking about it is also more risk of cops coming. And
he gives the go-ahead for it,
all right.
And I'm like, wait, what? He's jumping it?
Kind of had to go and get it over with.
just laces it, dude. Like, just so floaty. Jeremy is off looking at this corner, and we're not even surprised. Turns out to be like around 40 meters. He's just built different, man. Like,
So cool. Good day, still guys.
You want to mention how you almost hit Faye?
I don't think I was thinking about anything or anybody else. Sort of got carried away with the excitement. I was just like, yeah, let's go. Like, didn't even realize Faye, who was safetying me, is literally right next to me. He almost got hit, actually. I was just too excited. I couldn't contain it.
I could see what that moment meant to him. I feel like he grew up watching and seeing these videos and seeing people jump this cliff, and to just pull up, get up there, stomp one of the sickest tricks ever done from it, just had to feel amazing for him.
That meant a lot.
The next move is to head up farther north. We're gonna hit up all the beautiful spots in Canada. We've got a lot lined up, lots of new spots we've never been to.
Going down horizontal, I was like, I have to jet dive or I'm good. But
You're gonna have a great time. You hear the birds chirping? That's a good sign. He's gonna have a good flight. A good flight. Normally when somebody is about to jump as high as Jeremy jumps, would be a little skeptical. We might even try to talk him down.
Not a good idea. Man, it's not worth it.
Jeremy just talked him out of jumping.
I told him that it's not a good first 90-foot jump because there is a gap. That he's not in shape to do that. He must train. Yeah, it's a dumb idea. I told him that even if he goes straight in the water, he can hurt his knee or something. He's putting his pride at the wrong place, you know. He has something to prove. I don't know why.
Yeah, Frenchie's a real asshole, eh? Fucking dick. talking shit the whole fucking time, acting like he's the only person that can fucking jump off a rock. He's talking about how he's a fucking athlete. I'm not an athlete. I've been living in the rivers as a kid. Like, I grew up in the water, right? Like, I'm a bit of a redneck. For him to make it as if it's his responsibility and make me feel guilty for me testing my limits is out of line, right? Like, at the end of the day, my responsibility is my own. Him being an asshole, acting like he's the only person that is able to push his own boundaries is bullshit. It's just another step up. This is nothing to me. Send it.
So unbalanced in the air. Did you saw his jump?
Yeah, that was bad.
He was like that all the way long, and he wanted to do the gap on 99 feet.
Oh no, he's back up there.
One of my biggest fears, someone seeing some of our jumps and say, oh, that's doable, I'm gonna go do it too, and get hurt. If you look at this guy, he did not look like he was in good shape to be jumping a 99-foot cliff. So I feel like there's a responsibility on our end to talk him out of it. There's rangers on his shoulders and they're powerless. There's nothing they can do, they're just watching. So Jeremy had to get creative.
Maybe I can tell him, I will jump again to show you again, so you have more confidence, and he will come on the other side of the rail. He didn't come on the other side of the rail. So I told him, no, I will run from here and then jump. At the end, he came over the rail, and at that moment, the policeman took him and arrested him, so he couldn't jump. It was funny.
But you didn't jump?
No.
Jeremy,
No,
you promised.
I already did.
You tricked him.
Yeah, I tricked him. It was easy and very funny to do it, actually.
Ouais, le secret, ça coupait, ça donne. Il faut que je vous enfin du venin qui me fait mal au cœur. Quand les serpents chaloupés consolent.
Well, most of my travels are cliff jumping motivated. I do wonder if I never got into cliff jumping, would I be traveling as much, seeing all these beautiful places? Probably not. So I really owe a lot to cliff jumping.
My highest one, man. I think I want to just keep going up. They feel great.
If you envision something, you can achieve what you're envisioning, especially if you're training on trampolines and you've taken those baby steps to get there.
Best spot ever.
Ah ouais? On est chez nous?
happens if you're not trying hard enough.
I feel so alone, gonna end up a big old pile of them.
Ouch.
Feel so alone, gonna end up a big old pile of memories.
You had it. You had it.
Let's go! I've never seen somebody jump all the way jump
I like that I said let's go.
Let's go, Nico!
Oh mon dieu, oh my god.
Sometimes you take a big flop. It's normal. We've all flopped before. It's part of the learning process, and sometimes it really, really sets you back.
I grabbed my rocks, I prepped a couple times, I took some deep breaths on top of the cliff and I went for it. My head got stuck in the waterfall and then I couldn't see anything. And all the boys were looking at me terrified. They thought I probably died. And I gave them the I'm good sign while I was wheezing with no air in my lungs. All I could really think about was I just scared all my friends to death because I was okay. I knew I wasn't broken. So all I could think about was like, damn, everyone just had to worry about me way too much. I was fighting demons, so I was raging a little bit at the bottom of Abiqua. Seeing one of your best friends land like that, it really messed with me. Like I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. This is scary. Like he almost just died right there and now I was supposed to go follow him up right after that.
I've taken flops where I won't cliff jump for a month because I'm just thinking like, God, what am I doing with my life? That flop for him, it really set him back. But you always come back to it because this is what we do.
I could tell that he's still like taking cliff jumping pretty cautiously. There's definitely like a huge mental block. It's really hard to overcome a flop like that. I knew that he was pretty scared up top there.
A lot of the times you get in your own head, you know, you just doubt yourself a little bit and that's totally normal. I mean, what you're doing is scary, but every once in a while, you need that friendly push.
I had to just give him that little push.
Ben Thiem bullies Ben Prusa.
A little bit of peer pressure never really hurt him, so yeah.
You know, we all bully each other a little bit. It's really funny to just watch this happen over and over again. Every time we get up there, there's always like, dude, you got this, and here's 10 reasons why. But it's all love. It really is, because we want to see each other stoked. You want to see your friends do cool things, you know? That's why we're out here.
I've been in the same situation that Ben was in just now, and I know how important it is to have your friends up there encouraging you. And he stomped it, yeah, it was super good.
It felt good. I'm just traumatized. Yeah, a little bit.
Ben's gonna come back one day and stomp it, right?
Absolutely. I know him. He's gonna come back. The day that Ben redoes his triple gainer, it's gonna be an extremely special moment for him, for all of us.
I'm trying to get a lot better and train a lot harder. This is a passion, it's what I spend a lot of my time doing, and when you think about something that long, it's something you want to see through, you know?
Right off of the lake is one of the most beautiful waterfalls I've ever seen. As soon as we get there, we look at the pool and it's just raging.
Most likely it's deep. The flow right now is pretty intense.
Wasn't what we were hoping for, so we decided not to send it.
We all kind of knew that it's a bit too much. So our hope is that in the next week, it'll drop a little bit. The whitewater is pushing towards the wall. I don't think it would be a huge issue if you just laced your jump. The only thing is, it's a really big jump, not a good place to flop at all.
There is a fire on the road that we would drive into each way. It's not accessible. Like, we can't drive there anymore.
Nick and John found a kayak rental.
The ferry to get to it from the south was closed, so we're gonna try one more option. The lake's gonna be about 2 miles long. The guys are in sea kayaks way faster than I am in this pack raft, but we're making it. What an adventure, eh?
Okay, there is a big flow, but it wasn't look that dangerous because it brings us to the side where we can climb back.
It's just like a pocket in front of the waterfall, dude. I don't know, Jeremy feels really confident about it, but Jeremy's also just straight jumping it. The only deep part is like right where the waterfall is hitting.
Precision jump.
Honestly, Jeremy, I don't think I'm gonna do it. I can't find a takeoff I like. Where I have to land, I don't really want to land there. Like I could feel the waterfall pulling me underneath the water, you know? Just like sucking you back into the waterfall. It's kind of scary.
Back into the water.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not pushing you out, it's sucking you in. You can swim out of it, you know, but it definitely doesn't make me feel like any better about jumping this.
This area of the world is my favorite to jump in, really. All of Canada is just so gorgeous. You've got these crazy backdrops, like nothing I've ever seen before, really.
Walking up the ramp for the second time in 6 years. It's probably gonna be too shallow again. It's a little higher than the flow we had it in 2018, so that's why we're back, hoping for the best. This waterfall is what, like 95 feet? I personally want 15 feet deep.
I think it's like 8.
Yeah, if it's 8 to 10, that's gonna be questionable. You never know, with that many years to go by, things can change. You guys ready to depth check? Yeah, let's do it. Even if everything doesn't go our way, we get to a spot and it's not jumpable, it's not a wasted day. Look where we are, it's still a beautiful place. I'm still gonna go play in it.
Yeah, look
It's not deep at all. And for something of that height, it's not a go. Crescent Falls, it does get shallow really quickly. If you just land in the right area, in the right way, not perfectly ripping your jump, but just kind of a little bit going over, then it wouldn't really be an issue.
Try a gainer cork dub 10. Saw Zach do it way back in the day. I've seen Elliot do a lot of those, Raja, Nico. Hopefully it looks as good as theirs.
Silas has been killing it with all the off-axis game recently. The misties and the corks. I love to see his style. The way he tweaks the safety grab out is so nice. I love it.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate that.
Okay, guys, is this enough?
Fucking crazy American boy, fucking teenager.
That was so fun. Frankly, grabs look cooler when you don't have a wetsuit on.
There's no arguing that what we're doing is dangerous. In Leap of Faith, that was one of the most dangerous things I've convinced myself to do.
I like to think of Lipo as like a no-fall zone. You can't have anything go wrong there. You have to be 100% on top of your game. If something were to go wrong here, then there's not very much that you can actually do in order to save them. Really make sure that you're jumping with a good crew that you know is super dialed and that nothing really bad can happen.
You're jumping into this gigantic pool of whitewater. As inviting as it looks, because of how soft it looks, it's really scary to think about being underwater there.
I had a trick in mind that I'd been thinking about for a long time. It's called gainer full out. A regular gainer, and then a gainer 360, and then a gainer 360.
I'm gonna practice some full in back outs. So eventually when we get to Lipo, I can go full in double back out, which I've never tried before, but I feel like this is like a great spot to practice one.
Very good, very good. We're going to be trying a double laid out gainer. You really want to set the first one a lot faster because you're losing a lot of momentum coming into that second rotation. Might come to like a close and then a slight open again, but the ideal goal is to stay completely laid out the entire time.
The whole morning that day, the nerves were going off. My stomach, just so much butterflies. We were warming up on a 20-footer. I just couldn't even think about throwing any tricks off of it. I was just too focused and scared the whole day. All I could think about was the trick. I couldn't get it out of my head.
This whole summer had been kind of leading up to that. I mean, we had been jumping so much, so consistently. I want to do something big. I think this is going to be the right time to go hit that trick that I've been really wanting to do for a long time. I know it'll go good. Been training for it for a while, so I think today's the day.
Even though I've jumped higher than 80 feet, this spot really freaked me out because of all the turbulence. It was really throwing me off. You just throw a rock and it just disappears into the white.
Terrified, like the most scared I'd ever been. I was like completely petrified. Didn't even know if I wanted to do it, but I knew that I was capable of it and that it was gonna work. I just had to fully trust myself. That's when you allow yourself to go into that flow state and got to the edge.
Throw that rock and watch it go down. And right when you convince yourself, this is happening, all my friends are counting down for me, the fear goes away.
You got this, Bond?
You got again? Yo. Brother's going again! He's leaping off the faith!
I had been visualizing it for a long time. It felt like it was the time to throw it. It was do or die. I had to do it. visualize over and over and over again to make sure how that's gonna feel in the air when you try something that you've never tried before.
And then you're down there, all of your best friends, they were in the same mindset that you were and have done something that was so difficult and so scary, but you're all okay and feeling great.
You go into this superhuman capability and you're in the air and you're just enjoying it. It's pure bliss.
Yeah. The Canada trip was probably the highlight of the summer for me. I mean, we spent 18 days driving around, jumping off of the most amazing places in Canada.
We are so driven by that feeling because the reward it's so special every time when you just level up.
Those are the moments that we live for, right there.
The entire group split apart. All of a sudden, it's just me, Jeremy, and Nick. So we're trying to figure out what we're doing next, and Nick brings up Abiqua Falls, which is kind of out there. It's actually really out there.
It's like they just started taking like real-time data for this year. You can't find any history whatsoever. This is June 22nd, 24. I would assume that flows are a little lower than that. Well, I'm honestly hoping flows are lower than that. But there's really only one way to find out. Let's go from June 1st.
I see this plan unfold in a Tim Hortons. So I pull out my phone real quick. I'm like, this is something special. John Fay finds a graph. We do a little research through social media.
Dude, look at this.
And we find out this waterfall might be jumpable.
We're below that now. Dude.
Yeah, I see that.
We're below that.
It went up and then back down.
Dude, we might even be able to jump the middle of it.
I could probably drive my truck in at least a portion of the way, and then we could hike the rest.
The car went, and I was like, what the fuck? And I saw panic in John's eyes.
I got whatever you need. You need a tow? Oh, shit. Did your tire fall off?
Yeah.
No way.
I felt it, so I started slowing down. Yeah. And then all of a sudden the tire's just going past us, and we're like, and I'm straight up, I can feel that I'm sliding like this.
The world doesn't want me to win.
All right, I've been following Faye now for over 2 hours down this dirt road. We're gonna see how close we can get our vehicles to this waterfall. Temporary fix for his back tire, so we're not really trying to push the rig over a bunch of major river crossings with the weight of his camper shell.
Let me tell you, it was a rough road.
Oh my God, it's fucking nerve-wracking.
And it was quite the hike.
Rough.
The whole time we're hiking in, we're getting eaten by bugs, mosquitoes, and horseflies. It took us the better part of probably 4 or 5 hours just to hike in there.
So much anticipation.
Oh, I see a horizon line. We fucking made it. Finally. Let's go. So Jeremy just measured it exactly at 30 meters. Yeah. 30? Let's go! That's pretty much the height we're looking for.
We just hiked 10 miles. My body hurts. Hopefully we feel good in the morning. But in the meantime, we're gonna try to sleep. It's 11 p.m. and the sun is still out. I forgot my eye covers.
Because the hike was so long, we had minimal flotation devices, just enough to get the mission done, but it posed a more difficult element to depth check it. We were scoping lookers right of the waterfall. It had a nice flat takeoff. I liked it a lot more than the middle takeoff. As soon as I swim in, there's just a shelf that just extends and extends.
The current pushed him on the cliff and sucked the bottom a little, but it's okay. What's scary?
Where both of us were planning to land, it just did not work. It was way too shallow in that area. So we kind of had to flip the script and go about it a different way and check the middle of the pool.
I saw what looked like a Grim Reaper. After seeing that, I was like, nope, I'm not jumping this waterfall. I just didn't like the takeoff.
Nick wanted to go backwards. I don't know how somebody could really stand backwards on a slant that's just, you know, so vertical. So Nick was out. To get in to where we're gonna land was an absolute mission. The current is pretty strong, to be honest. It definitely helped that Jeremy had this burst of energy where he's like, no, we're depth checking this. We're gonna swim as hard as we can and we're gonna find where it's deep.
Fuck, we need to depth check it properly. I want to jump it. I told to John, okay, let's depth check that shit.
That really inspired me to like get in after him and swim as hard as I could and really give it a full effort to depth check it properly. It's really hard when you're swimming full throttle, then you have to do a dive immediately, so you're out of breath. Some of these waterfalls, they're freezing cold. You don't want to be in that water. You want to kind of get in and get out. Sometimes I'm really not looking forward to it, to be honest.
Finally, we reach a point where we can see where we want to land, and it was deep enough.
So now we're scoping out the middle takeoff, which slowly slopes down. You can't see your landing from where you would want to take off. So you have to slowly climb down this slant and just find like the right footholds. I really need to be able to see the water from where I'm jumping.
Okay, let's go, buddy. 3, 2, 1, take it.
I'm having a hard time up there. I was definitely scared. And all of a sudden I see 2 rainbows perfectly positioned in the pool. Wow, this is a sign, a good omen that I need to jump this. I dropped all my fear and I had this crazy confidence boost and sent it. Jeremy is one of my favorite people to jump with. He's so dialed in what he's doing, he's gonna be okay.
For me, it's the most beautiful waterfall I jumped in all my life, yeah.
There's different aspects of cliff jumping. You don't necessarily need to be doing the craziest tricks. There's an explorative part of it that you don't really know what you're gonna find. You don't know if it's deep, you don't know how you're gonna get there, what the takeoffs are gonna look like. Putting together this vision and then following through with it, carrying it out, is to me the most rewarding aspect of cliff jumping.
We had 10 more miles to go. 21 miles.
21. So we just finished Kakwa. Our next mission was to Alexandra Falls. The whole ride up, I was kind of on the fence about it. We've been monitoring it for months, just trying to find when flows would be perfect for us to jump it.
From Kakwa Falls to Alexandra Falls, there is like 8 or 9 hour drive. So if we do 9 hour drive and can't jump from that waterfall, it could be very disappointing. So it was a big risk.
I had a lot of pent up energy leading up to Alexandra Falls. I was on a losing streak.
I knew that Nick was gonna jump it. He had said no to a few other waterfalls. This was his mission. This was his goal for this whole trip, was to jump Alexandra Falls. If it was even remotely jumpable, like, he was gonna send it.
As long as Alexandra's deep enough, I'm jumping this waterfall.
It was dreamy. Flows are perfect, and there were so many takeoffs. You could probably jump from at least 50 different positions on that waterfall. There's so much potential there.
We're about downstream 3 miles of Alexandra Falls. It's the only way that we could make it to the base of Alexandra, unless we rappelled down the cliff and ascended back up. And honestly, that's too much work. We'd rather just hike a little extra.
People always ask us, how do we depth check these things? And It really depends on the flows and the currents. For Kakwa, we had good visibility, however, the current was strong. It was tough to get to the point where we could like dive in and see. With Alexandra, the current wasn't strong and we had a pack raft, so it was pretty easy to get into the right position. However, the water looks like Coca-Cola and the visibility in it is probably only a meter, meter and a half at best. We had to be really thorough with our depth check just to make sure that everything looked good and felt right to us. It's deep. It's very deep. We can't find a single thing in the pool. And we're like, all right, it's a go. Let's do it, baby. And now we have the real mission ahead of us.
How do we jump, film the jumps, and run safety with just 3 of us? So I leave my car where I drop them off and walk back up to the falls while John and Jeremy walk down to the bottom of the falls to run safety and film. I jump, then John hikes to the top while Jeremy and I run safety and film. John jumps, then Jeremy hikes up to my car, drives to the top of the falls, Jeremy jumps, and then we all hike out together.
Nick gives a go-ahead, and he sends such a fat backflip.
At the middle of the jump, he started moving his leg. I don't know why, but at the end, he stomped it. I was like, what the fuck? It was crazy.
He just has this huge smile on his face. He had just sent something that he'd wanted to jump for so long, and I could tell it was an extremely meaningful jump for him.
The impact's kind of heavy, but you guys have jumped higher. Not even worried about you guys.
And now it's my turn. I'm definitely a little scared. The whole time I'm walking up there, I'm like 50-50 on if I'm gonna jump it. I hadn't been feeling it per se, and I walk past this sign. It's all about the Dene Indian tribe and how these places are made by the creator. Like a sacred place like this, it's common to do a ceremony or give an offering. And I was like, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, I have some lucky rocks in my pocket. All right, I'm gonna do this. I give the offering, I throw my lucky rocks in, give myself a safe jump, because these places are powerful, man. All of a sudden, I just felt good about the jump. As soon as I did that, I'm in this zone now where I'm like, all right, I'm sending it. I felt like I just stopped for a second.
I couldn't see anything because of the mist was like a bad reflex. So I took a big ass blaster on that impact.
I went a little on my ass, but I'm good. So happy to have sent it with you guys. Crazy waterfall, 33 meters.
I was just jazzed. I mean, Nick's paddling me over and I'm like clapping my hands. I can't take the smile off my face. I'm ecstatic. Like I just jumped this thing. It was just a dream jump.
Let's go! Woo! Fucking psych, Jeremy. Let's go, baby.
Up until you're about to go, you feel nervous, you feel anxious. You're like, how is this gonna go? Because you really don't know. It's the unknown. You know you're dialed, you know you got the flip, you got the trick, but you really don't know how the water's gonna hit you or what the impact's gonna feel like.
It felt heavy, but fuck, man, I just sliced straight through.
Let's go, nice.
You were right in front of the waterfall.
Our crew got pretty small when we got up to Upper Canada. Without John and Jeremy, a lot of the dreams of this trip wouldn't have come true. We made all of these waterfalls happen, and it was a team effort.
It's like a spiritual experience jumping these things. I'm definitely nervous for a lot of different factors when I'm jumping a big waterfall. Right when you decide to go and you're taking that first step towards jumping, all the fear vanishes and you're just in this state of being that's just so fluid and so present. That's flow state, baby.
To be clear, I'm hitting the rock on purpose. This isn't some live leak fail video.
Oh my God. Ryan is an alien not from this earth. He says he's gonna do something and it doesn't make sense, and then he does it and you're like, okay. I still don't understand how it worked, but he did it.
He was just built for cliff jumping. Any action sport, really.
Oh my fucking God!
What do you think about that? What?
I think so. Hell yeah.
You're a fucking legend.
We're busted.
All right.
You want to go, dude?
I want to go.
Okay, let's go.
You got 20 seconds, baby.
You ready?
Right.
3, 2, 1.
Wrap it up right now. I will call a ranger and he's gonna give you guys a ticket. People have died doing this, okay? Not okay. Don't ever come back here and do this, okay?
All right.
I'm dead serious. Just gonna grab the light.
One more quad, get the awareness dialed in, and then we'll do a quint. Little spooky. It's time to do 5 of those.
It's not just hucking your meat off cliffs to spike adrenaline levels, although we do a lot of that. It's exploring new zones. It's the dirt stuck between your bare feet, the majestic mountains in the distance, roaming through forests, cold mist hitting your face after a long hike, the rainbow waiting for you down below, the mental clarity, the people you're with. You're surrounded by nature's finest with your best friends, and cliff jumping is what brought us all together. Sometimes the hike is long, other times it's right off the road.
But that's up to you to go find them. It makes it fun. You gotta learn. You gotta go on your phone and click on Google Maps and just go explore it.
It's something that keeps me sharp too, because I have to stay in shape for it. Not just for the jumping, but for the missions.
The places that cliff jumping takes you into a beautiful forest like this, or very remote areas, and like the cultures that you meet while you're cliff jumping, it's so much more expansive than just jumping off a waterfall.
It's people that I enjoy genuinely hanging out with anyways, no matter what we're doing, and the cliff diving is 10x that.
Jumping aside, it's just great to have these moments and in these beautiful places. It's just what I live for.
Having fun with your friends at the river, jumping off stuff, and just doing what's fun for you.
I think that's the most important part about what we do, is just having fun with it. When the fun's gone, what's the point? Sometimes it's nice just to not take it as serious and just take it all in.
As long as I still enjoy it, I'm gonna keep going and keep sending it.
It's really easy to be scared about day-to-day life activities, talking in front of huge groups of people, or, you know, talking to a girl or something like that. It's fine, Elliot. I've jumped off huge things. I pushed past that fear before so many times. It's really helped me, and probably a lot of these guys to just not overthink as much.
I'd like to think that we helped inspire like a younger generation to get into cliff jumping and get stoked on it. Watching all of Nick's films, we inspire them and then they inspire us.
In the future, I see it only going up from here, floating to all other parts of the world. All these communities sort of come together and have these meetups and push it to see what we're capable of.
I know personally, I won't be jumping 100-foot cliffs forever, but exploring new places and
swimming in pristine waters with your friends, we can do that till we're old and gray.
Can't imagine a life without that.
If I can't swim anymore though, eat me off the Golden Gate Bridge. We all have our different style, and that's what makes freestyle cliff jumping special. And the best part, it's free.
Keep training, keep doing this. I'm still young, I'm 23, but I'm gonna do this as long as I can.
I hope they never lose their flame, because I already know they're gonna inspire a generation of jumpers to come.
He says send it to himself.
Oh, wow. Dude, that was so late.
What?
Wow. He was a little nervous, I think, for that, actually.
I'd imagine so.
You notice how his voice cracked?
Yeah. Such a crazy clip. Wow.
The link between autism and cliff jumping. Thank you. Wow.
Define the word giga.
All right, when I think of giga, I think of that rock right there that Rick is standing on.
Colossal.
It's like I'll tell you that link is strong.
So not giga.
Not giga.
I thought it was pretty fun. I was like swimming, like chill.
Strong as iron.
I just start getting sucked into the waterfall and like pounded and like, I was like, yes, let's go.
I'm getting pounded, yeah.
I got pounded by the waterfall.
I don't know a single cliff jumper who isn't surfing the spectrum in some way or another. Surfing.
When I first met Ozzy, he was like just this skinny young kid, and now he's some giga Chad just sending the gnarliest cliff jumps ever.
I think cliff jumping as a sport attracts cognitively deficient individuals. Dude. Case in point.
You're asking the wrong person. I only know
we're Americans, so we don't really go by my feet.
We're not gay.
Jeremy is not gay, even though he got water up his butt from Alexandra.
How was that landing? A big splash?
No.
Really? Yeah, I could feel the water slip right through me.
And there's nothing wrong with that, dude. We all gotta have our people, our place, you know. I found my people, you know, and it was with all you autistic motherfuckers.
The world is always changing. You'll never catch up if you chase it. So you'll have to slow
fucking stomp that shit, man.
Next generation is gearing up to face it.
That's not even a joke, though. I do think that autism is more prevalent than we think. Every last one of you probably is suffering from it on some level. And or thriving from it. I don't know. It depends on your outlook.
What face am I supposed to make?
You're getting like charged.
I don't know. You should get, like, are you gonna be like,
well, don't do that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, we do it towards you. Cool.
What are you doing?
That's great. No, that was great.
Maybe we just pass it and they don't get electrocuted.
Stop. That's not what we're doing. Wait, what are we?
I feel like that was not bad. I think the shoulder touch was a little bit gay.
Oh shit, I can't stop shivering.
Guys, you're out of the park for the day for climbing over the edge. Your whole group. Doesn't matter, you're part of the group, everyone's gone.
We are privileged enough to live in an area like this. You know, it would really suck to live in, you know, the Bay Area or Sacramento. Sorry, Nick.
Just a quick one, we're on the way to Abiqua, the road's pretty rough. We're just flexing out into something.
Want to rate? Wait a minute.
80 feet or higher than that. Oh God. Are you good? Yo, get in. Okay, someone just took a little hit. God damn it.
Water may have entered the sphincter just like a little bit, I don't know. Gotta clench his butt cheeks a little harder than I did.
Even with the wetsuit, huh?
Yeah, it fucking hurt.
Oh, synchronized. Perfect.
I fucked up.
Say sorry right
Hey,
now.
Nick, just don't give me your camera anymore, man.
I have my bear mace just in case. Good thing I don't have any food that would attract bears, you know.
God. Karen's.
Oh man.
This is the way to the waterfall. Instincts are telling me this way. You feel the cool air of a waterfall. I think we're close.
Totally fine from jumping that, but I guess depth checking is a little bit more dangerous than actually jumping.
I like
doing the smaller
went
one
around
and
asking
logging
homies for a
reconvene
swing.
on
Cool. Well, all right, where? They're crossing the log. Yeah, feel free, bro. Feel free.
Say that one more time, sorry. Suck.
You can't get sucked off to the right. You have to get sucked off to the left. To the right will put you on rock.
I want to get sucked off.
Yeah.
I've done some of like the craziest shit on platforms, but I've never had like the community to go out and jump off of real stuff, and it's such a weird transition.
Yes! You got Ryan! I crushed it.
Fuck yeah, I'm so stoked. Like, I have a post on my Insta, it's probably like 6-7 years ago, and I put like a picture of this, and I was like, I had to walk away, but I'm gonna come back.
And then you did it!
Yeah.
Let's go!
And I broke my back. That was pre when I broke my back, so.
What a comeback. Oh, God.
That one was for Zach Steele, biggest dub 10 of my life.